home rental sharing service, Airbnb, confirming it has raised $1.5 billion in private equity funding earlier this year, making it the third most valuable privately held technology company in the world. My next guest is the CEO of Pure Storage, a tech company that reported its first earnings after its $3 billion IPO in October. Scott Dietzen, CEO of Pure Storage, joins us right now. Good to see you, Scott. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it's a great time to talk about this because we're all always talking about all the explosion of data that we've got. How's business going?
Business has been great. Most recent quarter, we hit a $500 million revenue run rate, and we're still growing in triple digits, 167% year over year.
And does it feel different to be a public company versus what we all were calling a unicorn, which is a private company, which, of course, the valuations have gone skyrocketing?
You know, I never much loved the term unicorn. We set out to build a real company, not a mythical beast. And so part of going public was shedding that moniker and, you know, talking about the reality of the business. You know, this is a very large market that's not being well served by the incumbent vendors, and we saw a great opportunity to disrupt and grow a real business.
Why did you choose to go public? There's a lot of talk these days about how hard it's become to be, how hard it is to be a public company. What were the advantages relative to staying private?
So
money in the bank?
Money in the bank is certainly one. Most of our customers are public companies. They would like the transparency of working with other public companies. You know, it's an opportunity to talk about the business and share, you know, the level of disruption that we're bringing to the overall marketplace. And we'd had the luxury of raising rounds from public investors as a private company. It was just time, you know. And when you have numbers like Pure, I mean, we are the fastest growing systems company in history, faster than any storage, networking, or security company. So in that environment, we felt we could go public at a time of our choosing. So
are your customers largely large businesses or the small and mid caps? Because the storage clientele has really changed, right? It used to be that one company was used for all their storage needs. Now you've got smaller companies really taking market share from the big guys.
Well, I think that's reflective of the change, right? Most of the storage technology that's used in data centers today was developed more than 20 years ago. And so much has changed in the world. Flash memory and the cloud model are the two big ones. And we got both of those disruptions right, and we've had great success selling into traditional enterprises. 59 of the Fortune 500 are using us now. But then we also sell into modern cloud-oriented companies like LinkedIn, Intuit, Workday, ServiceNow.
Scott, how much are you hiring, and are you having trouble finding people who have the qualifications?
You know, I would say in our field, hiring is actually very good. We have the highest customer satisfaction in any B2B business today. So for field personnel, sales, support that want to work with customers that are delighted by your product, it's a really great environment to recruit. Silicon Valley, it's always tough to hire great engineers. It is an extremely competitive market for engineering, and so we have to work hard to...
What kind of perks are you offering them? Come on.
Well,
I'm serious.
I would say one of the big appeals, you know, is that we offer people the chance to be an entrepreneur. There are larger companies than us, you know, companies like Google and Facebook, that really help their personnel become great computer scientists, but we can give them a front row seat to becoming an entrepreneur, learning all aspects of the business. So sometime down the road, they could start their own business if that was what they wanted to do.
We just had Bill Dunkelberg on from the Small Business Center, and basically he was saying that small business optimism has continued to decline because of the regulatory environment. How do you see it in terms of Obamacare, EPA, you know, Dodd-Frank? Is the regulatory situation a burden, and does it sort of put a limit to growth?
Well, so I would say the truth is this is still a work in progress for us. I mean, we're a public company for, you know, a little over a month now. You get a year latitude before you have to fully implement Sarbanes-Oxley, so this is a work in progress. I would say there's an administrative tax to being a public company that you've got to be prepared to pay, and I think that's why companies are waiting longer. I still strongly believe in the governance model of public companies. I think it's just the right way to run a business for the long term. So we had our time as a private company, and now we're public.
But there's, I mean, how many employees do you have? Because
we're just over 1,200.
1,200. So then you're right there in terms of Obamacare. You're either going to pay a fee or you're going to offer everybody health benefits.
Well, we offer everybody health benefits today. I mean, again, it's part of that competitive climate for talent in Silicon Valley that you really have to take care of your employees and provide great benefits.
Scott, good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for watching Pure Storage. Scott Dietzen there.